From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, May 29th, 2015. Silver is trading at $16.71 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,188 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $238. Antiwar.com reports the northern Syrian city of Arhiha, the last government-held city of the Idlib province, fell yesterday to Al-Qaeda's Nusra Front and its allies, giving them effective control over the entire province. The attack on the city near the Turkish border began earlier in the day with the fall of military checkpoints around the city. Syrian state media reported heavy fighting inside the city. Later, the Syrian government confirmed that the city fell outright, saying the military had moved to defensive positions outside the city after an influx of a large number of Nusra fighters. Pre-war, the city had about 80,000 people, and it lies along a key supply route between Idlib and the coastal Latakia province. Nusra has already made some attempts at Latakia as well, and this will likely make such an offensive easier. For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. UPI reports protesters gathered at 6 interior border checkpoints in Arizona on Wednesday, where residents argue Border Patrol officials have turned their hometowns into militarized zones. At the Aravica checkpoint, about 35 miles south of Tucson, up to 20 Border Patrol agents were stationed to await the estimated 75 protesters who demand the removal of the checkpoints. Some checkpoints are up to 100 miles away from the border. Patty Miller, an area resident for over 30 years, said through a megaphone, "It seems like a war zone all the time." The organized protest by independent border town community groups focused on issues ranging from the environmental effects of border fences to a checkpoint's intrusion on Native American tribal land. The Aravica checkpoint was established 8 years ago and is the smallest of 11 checkpoints in the Tucson sector. Another protester told the media this checkpoint serves as a deterrent to living in Aravica. Manuel Padilla, chief patrol agent of the Border Patrol in the Tucson sector, was at the Aravica checkpoint and said checkpoints like these help secure Arizona and monitor illegal immigration. He added, "It's legal to run the checkpoints. If someone has a disagreement with the law, there are channels to express that." You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Whether you're looking for precious metals, bitcoins, or books, you'll find that and more at shop.fppradio.com. Or you can shop directly from FPP with Bitcoin in the Bitcoin store. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. Reuters reports former Speaker of the US House of Representatives Dennis Hastert was indicted on Thursday on federal charges, including for lying to the FBI relating to an alleged effort to hide $3.5 million in payments he was making to a person to conceal past misconduct. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Chicago said the Illinois Republican, who left Congress in 2007, was charged with structuring the withdrawal of $952,000 in cash to evade the requirements that bank report transactions over $10,000 and lying to the FBI about the withdrawals. Each count of the 2-count indictment carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Hastert resigned on Thursday from the Dick Steen Shapiro law firm in Washington, where he was listed as a senior advisor, and from the board of the exchange operator CME Group Incorporated, according to representatives of both the law firm and CME. Hastert could not be reached immediately to comment on the indictment. According to the indictment, the unspecified misconduct involved payments to an unnamed individual who had been a Yorkville, Illinois resident and had known Hastert for most of the person's life. According to the indictment, Hastert met with the person several times around 2010 and discussed past misconduct by the former lawmaker. Eventually, Hastert agreed to pay the person $3.5 million in compensation to conceal the misconduct. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.